Hello folks, we are coming to the next part of the video for the exercise 1.3, it's part 2. In the previous part we had seen the subset of a given set, how do you go about those. Now here in this part we are dealing with questions where they ask us to list subset. They give us a set and they ask us to list the subset. In the earlier part we were only telling whether it is true or false and things like that, filling the blanks and all that. Now we have to actually list up the subset of a given set. Before we go in for the listing, always we have to keep in mind that for a given set, then an empty set that is represented by the Greek symbol phi and the set itself, if the set A itself, these two are always a subset of the given set. That is by default. And then the remaining we have to list and find out. So in this question number 4, they give a certain set and they ask us to find out all the subset. So because we know that empty set is always going to be the subset in the first part where we have this singleton A, one element A, and that is how the set is made up of, automatically the subset empty set is always a subset, and then because it is having only this one element, so automatically this is also the subset. So this set singleton A has got only these two subsets, the empty set and the set given set, that's it. Now we have the next, in the second subpart, a set consisting of two elements. When the set is consisting of two elements, you will have the empty set, then you will have subset containing one element, and then you will have this set itself. Like that you can have subsets. So the first subset is empty set, then you will have the set consisting of single elements. So you can have set A, first subset, set with element B, another subset, and the given set itself. So you have got these four subsets of this set AB. The set consisting of elements AB has got these four subsets. We have got the set with three elements, 1, 2 and 3. So first empty set, then all the set containing one element, then all the set containing two elements, and then the given set. So we can have the subset here. First empty set, singletons, all singletons, let's write set with one element. Then let's write all the set with two elements. So you can have 1, 2, you can have 2, 3, you can also have 1, 3. Then you have the given set, 1, 2, 3. So those are that many subs. We have got around 8 subset to this particular set. Then we are given the empty set, and for the empty set, of course, there can be no other subset except for itself. So it has got the subset empty set itself. That is how we go about listing the subset. That was our question number 4. We have this question number 5 where they say that how many elements has P of A if A is an empty set. Now what do we understand by this P of A? The set A is our given set. P of A is called as a power set of A. Power set of A is that set where we collect all the subset of the given set. If whatever subsets are there, that when we collect, that set is what is called as a power set. For example, here all this collection, if you could put it in brace bracket, then that would become the power set. For example, for this particular set, if you are looking at the power set, then power set of A will be all this, phi, then singleton 1, singleton 2, all this that we have written over here, when we put it in the brace bracket, it will become the power set. That is the meaning of power set. Power set means it is a set made up of all the subsets. So that's about it. Now empty set doesn't have any subset. No? Empty set has got only itself as a subset. So when we are looking at the power set will include only, it's a set, so it will include only this. Either you can write A or you can write empty set. It will contain only this element. So that is about this, the collection. Let's quickly move to the how many elements. The question is how many elements it has. It has got only one element. So you can write how many elements. Number of elements is 1. They've asked us number of elements, and number of elements is 1. Because we have seen it's only this way. Now the next question is, they give us a set in set builder form, it's there on the left hand side, and they ask us to write it in intervals. Now intervals is a new concept that we are learning. There are two types of interval. One is called as closed interval, the other one is called as open interval. Now we will be checking what is this closed interval and what is the open interval. Let's look at this first example. X is a set of all the R, all the real number, such that this X minus 4 is less than X, and it is minus 4 is less than X and is less than or equal to 6. That means whenever a point is included in the interval, we write it by a square bracket. When there is a strict inequality happening, we write it by a round bracket. And this round bracket is called as open interval. The square bracket is called as closed interval. So this, when we write it as an interval, we will be writing it like this. Minus 4 is not included, but 6 is included. Because 6 is included, we write it as square bracket, and minus 4 is not included, we write it as a round bracket. So this is called as open interval and this is called as closed interval. Why this is an open interval? Because there is a strict inequality. And here there is less than or equal to. That's why we are using the square bracket. So that is about the representation. Now next one, they are saying it's a set of all real numbers such that minus 12 is less than X and that is less than minus 10. You're including all those real numbers between minus 12 and minus 10. Both the points minus 12 and minus 10 is not included in the interval. When you don't include, you write it as an open interval. So it will come as minus 12 minus 10. We use the round brackets and that indicates that it is an open interval. Then we have this set of all the X such that X belongs to real number and 0 is less than or equal to X and X is less than 7. Now whenever we are having such things, whenever you have less than equal to such kind of things, we use a square bracket. So to write this as an interval, this will come as 0 over here, 7 over here. It will be open from this side but closed from this side. That's how the thing is given. Very, very important, these intervals, because next year at length we are taking up in 12th standard, we take it up at length at different places. So unless it is clear where you have to make it open and where you have to make it closed, it's very difficult to represent it. So the representation has to be clear. Depending on the symbol, we write the representation. Now the next one is a set of all the X such that X is a real number and 3 is less than or equal to X and that is further less than or equal to 4. Both points are included. 3 and 4 are included. So therefore, when you represent it, we use a square bracket. So this will be a square bracket 3, 4. So that is how we are having the representation of an interval. Very important, as I said, from next year's point of view. This is how we go about, and we have other questions to come which will be taking it up in the next part of the exercise. Thank you.